The tallest person here is easily Mel.
Very likely.
Mel
How tall are you, Mel?
Mel absolutely fucking towers over all of us easily.
I'm fairly confident I'm the shortest person in this call.
Jesus Christ.
Without shoes, I'm 6'6".
Good lord.
Christ.
I'd come
Like,
up
yeah,
to
I'm
like
5'10",
I'd come up to like
5'11".
your bottom rib gauge or some shit.
Oh my god.
The amount of door frames in my house that I have had to fix after Mel has just plowed through them.
It was one time, and there was only a small dent.
Listen, it's really the door frame's fault for not getting out the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, this
Who
isn't
put that
my
door frame there?
fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, if Mel like tilts her head, her crown will slip. Okay, the door frame. Has
Exactly,
To.
I appreciate
hold your head up,
that.
queen.
You know, fair.
Where the fuck is
Yeah,
Penny?
I have no idea where Penny is. I think she might still be sleeping, but we just got off
Do we have a way to wake Penny up?
I have no conceivable way of doing that, sadly. I do not have her number.
Penny. Yeah, drop
Not
a
my
genasi
Penny.
on her
She's
and she'll
the only
wake up.
one that knew Damien was a vampire.
Hey, who's the vampire here? This guy! Oh, okay. Anyways, so...
Imagine they're like, so Damien, you're a vampire? And Penny's like, you guys didn't know?
Stream. I have to go play Path of Exile. What a tragedy.
Oh no, you have to go back to your fucking addiction.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Anyways.
Definitely not dying because I went to bed at 5 AM after daylight savings.
God, you horrify me.
Path of Exile.
But anyways, hello and welcome, dear spirits, to the Tables of Tartarus, a chapter of Purgatory Corner. Today, I am your storyteller, Sinspeaks, and we shall be continuing the tale of King's Kindness. Come on in, take a seat, and let your imagination run free. As always, we are joined here by the lovely Ortus, Damien, Callista, Grail, and Mel, and Penny might be joining possibly later, I'm not entirely sure. But if you guys want to check out all the different players that we have who stream, you guys can go check them out right here. Otherwise, go check out our various socials. And if you guys want to check out the actual characters, it is Heroes K. There we go. Can I pin this? No, I cannot. Wazzy pinned that for me.
I'm already on it.
Thank you. I wish it would let me fucking pin it, but it fucking won't for some reason. It pisses me off.
Doesn't let me pin messages in my channel sometimes too. It's quite strange.
Yeah.
I wish someone would pin me.
Super annoying. I'm like, bruh, just let me fucking pin it, please. Anyways, if you guys were not here last time, we do have a YouTube where you guys catch up on all of our various videos called Tables of Tartarus. If you guys want to go check that out, you guys can watch the previous 3 episodes of King Kindness as well as the 30+ episodes of the sister campaign, Tyrant's Wrath. But last episode, you guys were down deep inside of a sewer. It was very gross, very smelly, very unpleasant. But you guys managed to find out a few things, including the body of the NPC that I cannot remember the name of. Someone give me a name.
Oh, the dead kid, right?
It's Xander. No, it's Evander.
Yeah, Xander.
I was like, it's
His
probably not
name's Evander.
Xander. That's a fucking
And
Buffy
we have him
name.
tied up. We have him tied up in a chest.
Xander. What are you doing in there?
Yeah, y'all murdered a shit ton of rats that were abominations of nature, found a room full of strange machinery of some way, shape, or form. Grail got the world's luckiest roll of all time, and the very first...
I forgot about this.
Yeah, the very first double natural 20 on disadvantage I've ever had as a DM. I have now succeeded my plethora of weird dice rolls. I've had triple D20 in a row. I've had 2 D20s facing off against each other, rolled at the same time by opposite players. I've had double nat 1 on advantage. I've now had double nat 20 on disadvantage. So...
You're getting those DM achievements.
I know, right? So congrats, Grail. You will forever be memorialized as one of the players that have done an achievement roll. With that perception roll, however...
campaign with my luck just feels like the kind of thing I would achieve, so...
I know, right? With that perception roll, you guys did manage to find Evander, who was not in a natural state. He was quite possibly horribly injured. We're not entirely sure, but he just doesn't look right. He seems to be strangely oozing some sort of black ooze of some way, shape, or form. Y'all decided to pull him into this room full of mechanics, machinery, and stuff, which I believe Penny exploded before that.
Oh yeah, she did do that.
Yeah, she hardcore
after.
No,
exploded.
she exploded
Was it
after
after?
we got him in the chest.
Okay,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was gonna say, didn't someone get goopified?
I couldn't remember whether or not y'all exploded before or after, but y'all
Or
exploded.
Ortus
Huh?
got gooped.
Yeah, or two
Ortus
got
got
it
gooped
was
right
Ortus who
before
got the goop.
Penny
who got
exploded the
gooped.
goop machine.
But yeah, so y'all got him. He attempted to escape, pounded Penny through a door. Y'all knocked him into a chest that somehow y'all were just carrying. I guess y'all impromptu
Damien
built.
has enlarged reduce, you know.
Yeah, you know,
Magic
that's a good
boy.
point. You fucking reduced the chest, y'all put together, or
It's my
Kia
pocket chest.
pocket chest. There's something that happened there. Y'all shoved him into the chest. Ortus now has it on his back. And then y'all exploded a machine. Y'all had a sweet country voice inside of your heads, which his name was Mancer, first name Necro, but y'all decided that wasn't a very good name to have for a country accent.
Sounds a little bit.
Just a little bit bad.
Also,
Hmm?
it didn't give me country, it gave me flamboyant.
God damn it, why can my fucking country not ever sound goddamn country? I see how it be.
It sounds country. Get it?
Hold on, I got the perfect thing for this.
Do you get it? Country. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here till 11 o'clock.
I've remembered soundboard. Thank you.
Thank you.
I was
thank
very
you,
much
thank
so
you.
expecting someone to do crickets before I managed to get to the golf club.
It was a good joke.
Yeah. But yeah, and so y'all shoved him into your chest, y'all brought him out. Mancer was talking to y'all, attempting to guide you further down into the depths of the pits of the sewer, and all of y'all collectively said, fuck this shit, except for Grail, who desperately wanted to fight him, but he decided it would be a bad idea to go and fight Necromancer without his entire party, so he, I assume, begrudgingly walked with all y'all. And until you guys eventually managed to escape the sewer system, exit the entire thing, and slappity-doo-dah, y'all were all now outside into Harmonious Haven. And Damien's having a small panic attack. He also explained to the whole group that he was in fact a vampire, directly before Mancer showed up in their heads.
Less of an explanation, more of a brief mention into a we should probably talk about this later.
By the way, guys, I'm a vampire. You're what now? Hi, guys. And we're gonna table that shit. Alright, yeah, so you guys are now inside of the haven. Back into the cold, nice, not smelly grounds of the inner sanctum. Y'all probably all smell and look somewhat vile, but that is probably a-okay.
Gee, I wonder why Callista would look and smell vile.
Yeah, that's so strange.
For a dive in the sewer, we'll do that.
That
to
would
you.
be odd and bizarre.
Yeah, but you guys do still have to shit
I had a
bag.
nickel for every time that Callista rolled in sewer water. I would have 3 nickels.
Hey, no, wait a minute.
I would say technically the fucking water in the
blank
dungeon we
was
were in the
the-
beginning technically counts as sewer water.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
don't know
that's fair.
American currency, but can I exchange 3 nickels for 1 penny?
I mean, I can give you a penny for 3. I don't think you'll want to do that trade, but I can.
Who the hell
Stop
did
doing
that?
math at me, it really hurts, okay? This is not okay.
We're
But
playing math the game. What do you mean?
Math the game.
I like pretty shiny rocks.
Ice are nothing if not math rocks.
I like the click clacks. The paywacks.
I like forbidden click clack
But-
candy.
Clack math crack.
The clack math.
Apologies. So my headset's leaking.
Yeah, so I believe we left off with
So
Oh,
I've
did-
unplugged that and using a backup headset.
Is
Oh,
Mel?
hey, we've got a new party member.
What was that,
Welcome.
Mel?
I said my headset, like my actual headset, started leaking a mysterious green liquid.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Probably
I've
the
got a
Gooping.
backup
Oh.
headset.
no,
I assume
The
it's some sort
Goopining's
of
got Mel!
The world is
There's only
pooping
black
on you,
liquid, not
apparently. You
green.
okay?
What has happened?
It
Well,
changed
I
don't
colours when
know.
it broke the fourth wall.
I got some on my finger, so I'm hoping I'm not going to die. But I
Oh,
assume
God.
it's some sort of like.
As long as you
Um,
don't lick it off your fingers.
No,
I
I
was
washed
about to
it off,
say,
like,
lick it, tell us
immediately.
what it tastes like.
I'm guessing it's some sort of like
Quickly,
copper
test on
oxide
animals. Was he?
or like a plasticine inside the cable. But
Well, that sounds
Did I roll identify?
exceedingly unpleasant.
I'd wait for Mel to
so
finish
I'll
because I
watch my
didn't want to
headset real
drop
quick.
her, but fuck you, Callista.
Fortunately, this headset is wireless, so I can walk around and fuck with you guys.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah. You're a
it's
little bit
battery acid.
quieter on my end. I don't know how it is for
Uh,
chat, if they can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
I
little
updated
quieter,
a
a
little
little
bit.
more muffled than
Yeah.
usual, but that's fine.
It's like you seem distant. I don't know how close the mic is to your actual
You
face
seem
mouth.
distant.
Your face mouth.
Mel,
Face
come
mouth,
back.
that's
You
opposed
seem
to
human
the
distant
other
to
mouth.
us.
By new headset.
That's the I'm a doctor, trust me, that's the actual professional way to talk about it. The face
Mel,
mouth.
don't give us the cold shoulder.
You can just bump my volume up in the Discord.
I have you about
Fair
100
enough.
now. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, so you guys all now kind of, I guess one of you guys is having a panic attack. Penny seems to be kind of distant, just kind of like thinking, like looking off to the side, like staring off into the distance. She also has the shit bag, so she's gonna take that over to the morgue to deliver the shit bag back to him without any shit inside there. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Yeah, so Damien is on the ground. He's just having a panic attack a little bit. Not necessarily like a panic. Really fucking taken after meeting a necromancer and the whole everything that happened down there.
Mm-hmm. How are the rest of y'all reacting to this?
Reacting to. Sorry, I'm a little distracted.
I'd like to
can
imagine that Callista doesn't really know how to deal with an attack of panic, so she just kind of sits down next to Damien. Give him a little company, I guess.
Aww.
Gently pat shoulder. I too have once attacked panic.
Grail, not particularly knowing how to deal with emotions, gives a nod in Damien's direction of acknowledgement. Very sort of
Damien
awkward
nods
nod.
back. He's just really fucking exhausted looking at the moment. He's not like crying. He's not like he's just like he's got that like 1,000-yard stare a little bit.
Only dying a little.
Well,
What about you, Mel?
more like I'm dying.
So Damien's having a panic attack.
More or less.
Not necessary. I wouldn't call it those. He's got like that like he's a little overwhelmed by
Shell shock.
all the he's a little bit of he's got like that 1,000-yard stare. He's just kind of sitting there like Jesus fucking Christ. We just went through that, huh? He doesn't look like he's not like shaking or crying or anything. He's just like he looks like he's like Jesus fucking Christ. Or the fantasy of Merlin's beard. I don't know. What did they say? Do they say anything like?
Usually they just go with some variation of heavens.
By the gods.
Yeah, by the
Heavens,
gods, like heaven's murder or health bane or something of that sort.
Yeah, got you. Bloody hell would probably be his
Bloody hell, mate.
expletive of choice.
Mal just sort of acknowledges it, but doesn't really say anything, and will just keep a sort of respectful distance.
Fair. And Ortus.
Gonna go over to Damien.
Mm-hmm.
You're alright, mate. You're alright.
More or less, yes. Quite the little adventure we all just went on, wasn't it?
It was a bit crazy, eh?
Damien will try to, get himself up and brush himself off and try to, like, shrug off the moment that he just had as if it didn't happen. And he, like clears his throat, like, trying to brush it off.
I'm A-okay, only panicked a little.
Right. I suppose we should we regroup or should we head straight to the manor, or I suppose we should probably discuss all of what happened down there at some point and process that as a group.
Hmm.
Where do we even begin? The events down there are shocking, to say the least. Revelation of someone who may be.
Necromancer in the sewers? That's delightful.
Hmm?
Sorry, what was that, Mel?
I said there's a necromancer in the sewers. That's delightful.
Necromancer.
I mean, they're kind of
strange
stinky
liquid.
fellas. They deal with corpses, so I feel like a sewer is a decent place for a necromancer to be, right?
Unless the city makes a habit
think
of
there's
throwing its
no place for
corpses into the sewer.
necromancers.
You guys don't actually know what they do with their corpses. Well, aside from the orcs.
Yeah.
I think what the city does with its corpses is irrelevant here. First on our objective list needs to be to understand more about this liquid, this goop, as well as the nature of our foe. You know not they're your enemy. If you do not know your enemy in combat, then to lose a great deal should you try to challenge them. Therefore, we must understand as much as possible if we are to eliminate this threat.
I was able to collect some of the the goop, as we've began to call it. I have a fairly decent vial of it on my person for us to study later. I don't think we should probably hand that over or really let them know that we have that. I feel like that's something that we should keep in our pocket, so to speak.
My concern is that the people who to whom we are under the employ of are most likely already aware of that goop. In fact, we have it in our possession.
Oh, I
after all,
don't doubt that,
capable
but
of observing
definitely
every
the
one of our movement.
yes, the client in which they sent us to work for, the family of this he gestures to the chest that Ortis is wearing like a backpack. This poor fellow here. Not you, Ortus. I meant the yeah, you know.
This poor fellow. This big, bulky, poor boy.
This poor fellow. Perhaps we should return to our the inn that Ortus had brought us to and get ourselves a little cleaned up before we make any other move. I highly doubt we should go gallivanting around town as we are.
Oh, yes, I could go for a shower. A bath, rather. Not a shower. Showers don't exist, I assume.
On the outskirts. In the Technolopolis, they have what you would define as experimental showers.
Experimental showers?
They work half the
water on
time.
them.
Gotcha.
Ah.
So yeah, I guess we all good on that? Our characters are going to return to the inn and probably should we take a long rest?
Yeah.
I think we
Okay.
What is the time? Do we establish?
A long rest and a long scrub.
The time at the moment, let's see, y'all went in around midday-ish, so around probably 12 or 1 o'clock-ish. Y'all spent probably a couple of hours down there, so it'll probably be about 4, maybe 5 o'clock in the afternoon at the moment.
Okay, so that does make sense.
Sounds like a
We
good time to
probably
head
get some
back.
rest, and then first thing in the morning, deliver the unfortunate fellow,
Yeah,
Evandia.
Evanda. Oh yeah. So y'all head back over to the outskirts. It takes you a little bit, and you guys definitely have some eyes on you, considering, well, mostly Callista.
Oh,
Penny
man.
Penny does eventually end up joining you guys after she's delivered her ship bag. But y'all end up in the tavern. From
Penny's taking a little nap. She needs a nap.
she needs a nap. From the sounds of it, based on what you guys interact with and talk, there are a couple of bats, so you guys would have to take turns. And the Dragonborn seems to have left. Rockfist has mentioned to you guys that he seems to have been somewhat barren. Seems to just kind of left for now. He said something about repaying debts and requiring something or another in order to give back to what he owes. Rockfist has no idea what this means in any way, shape, or form, and doesn't really elaborate on much else.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I suppose we'll take our long rest. I'll shower and then shower. No, fantasy bathe and then have a fantasy meal together, or like should we? How should we all regroup after we've done our long rest in the tavern?
I mean, talking shit over dinner sounds wonderful to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the rest of you guys feel?
Yes, that sounds.
I can't imagine much better than relaxing, having a good meal after whatever that experience was.
I need a fucking drink, mate. Oh.
So, Damien will probably have been the first at the table because he was very quick and, doing his rest and whatnot. And he is sitting there drinking one of his, what appears to be a health potion.
Yep. Takes you guys a while, but mostly. I assume, Callista, you're one of those wild childs who bats are as quick as humanly possible.
She got the rubber ducky.
Yeah, no, I feel like Callista would have to go last because she's definitely the type that would hog hot water, and she is definitely the type who would just play in the bath.
You know what? Fair. All right, but yeah, so it does take you guys a little while, but after I don't know, a couple hours, I would say, yeah, you guys would slowly meander. You're
Meander with.
Sometimes my brain doesn't work. Meander with Xander. You guys would meander your way down, probably putting Evander in his little chest inside of probably the room that Damien was occupying previously. But you put him down.
And he's hanging out with the chest.
he's just hanging out. He's a good boy. But you guys,
Anything. He's tied up.
He's tied up and locked in a chest.
Yeah, he's not a good boy optionally.
he's a struggling good boy. But yeah, you guys meander your way. Who's the first one to come down after Damien? I assume, yeah, Callista will be last, so.
Yep, I'm so lost.
Ortus doesn't really care about bathing, so he comes down first, second, because he needs a fucking drink.
Fair.
Ew, stinky.
Penny, hi Penny.
Not an hour.
Woke up from her nap.
What?
And you were taking a nap in the tavern after we all went back.
Yeah.
We all took a long rest.
Oh my goodness.
Hi Penny. How you doing?
Penny fell asleep in the bath because she was tired.
Yeah, you get a bubble bath and a long rest. Welcome back. This is the self-care episode.
I thought for sure, my alarm is not set to go off until 30 more minutes.
Oh
When
no.
did we
No,
decide this?
it's 6:30 for me. It's
Did we
always
have a
Daylight
daylight savings
savings.
time problem?
The same
Yeah,
daylight
it's gonna
savings
say
time
that.
last
she
week.
lives in the U.S., so
Yeah.
What?
she,
Huh.
Oh, then I got
you're
nothing.
on. Yeah, you're on the same time as I am, and I haven't changed my time at all. It's still 6 p.m. for me, unless my computer's wrong, but I don't think it is because my computer, my phone, and my
No,
watch
'cause-
all say the same thing.
No, because it is the right time because we started at 1 previously for Lozzie and I, and then you moved it back an hour because of daylight savings for you, and then daylight savings moved it back another hour for us.
Yeah, y'all get the sleepy times, but yeah, no, it's the same time for the U.S. folks. you good, Penny?
I have no idea what happened.
It's
The sleep
okay.
was so good that Penny transcended time and space.
Yeah.
The nap with it, the sleep
I'm
was
glad
so
you're
good.
here.
Her alarm was like, "I'm just gonna let you rest for another hour."
Her alarm put
Well-
itself on sleep mode.
Welcome back. What you missed in the last, we did a lot of memeing around in the first 20 minutes. We just pretty much just started to like talk about we
More arm curls.
Damien had like a little
So
bit
really
of a like
nothing.
moment of like he had his whole like 1,000-meter stare moment, and then he was like, okay, let's go take a long rest, and they all went to the tavern, and everyone took a long rest and a bath, and now we're just meeting up to go to dinner at the tavern and discuss what all happened as a group.
You have delivered your shit bag.
Yeah, you returned your shit bag. Because you didn't
Okay.
want to.
Okay.
No more life of crime for Penny.
And now we're kind of figuring out who did what in what order. So Damien took the first bath and general cleanliness, and then Ortis came down. Callista will be taking the last one because apparently she's going to be playing with the rubber ducky that she found inside of the Feywild.
Imagine
Or
Grail
was
would be
an
close to
actual-
the I was gonna say, imagine Grail would be close to the last person taking a bath, largely because he would just be like taking off all of his armor, and that would take an amount of time.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd be the first one, but he started taking off his armor, and by the time it was the last person.
Well, I'll be done eventually, guy.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, and
so
Mel's
tilted.
headset
I missed
squirted
so much.
green liquid on her.
Yeah, it looks like it's like a mix of PVC and copper and oxide of some description. So
You.
I've ordered a new headset. It should be here in the next like 20 minutes.
Wow.
Shit. Hell yeah.
I was just about to say what?
Sorry.
Via
Holy
drone.
shit, that's fast.
Yeah,
Instagram.
The
Right.
age of the internet.
don't worry about it. It's fine.
Do you have a
It cost
fucking
me a free
delivery
penny,
man
but I
on
put it on-
speed dial? You're just like, hey, I need some shit, okay? And he's like, I got you, bro.
Look,
Mel
I
has
have my way.
connections.
That's all that matters. The important thing is it'll be here soon.
Mel's
Fair
got
enough.
connections.
So yeah, Mel comes down, still wearing the same clothes, like without the jacket, and her hair is just like down, so it's flowing even further than it normally does.
Okay.
But she'll pop down to the main group and just casually nibble on some dinner. I assume we're doing dinner, yeah?
Yeah.
As a breakfast, yeah.
All right, so it'll be
It's, I believe
Damien,
we
then
established
Ortus.
it's like 4 or 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, after all of your showers and stuff like that, or baths, it'll be like 5 to 6. Yeah, so Damien and then Ortus, who is getting a strong drink. And then Mel comes down to nibble. Penny, I assume that you would be next.
So we had a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is like the
yeah.
next day.
Yeah, more or less. Well, you guys are currently like taking baths and stuff like that, and then this is part of your long rest. Basically, you guys be sleeping after this, most likely. Hence the
After this?
long rest. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Penny would come down.
All right, cool. But yeah, so Pain comes down. Assume you have like your hair is just the same as it usually is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. You just you smell clean. It's about it. You don't smell like the sewer. That's the important part.
Yes.
Callista just walks past you, still smelling like the sewer, and this time you can smell it properly because you no longer smell like the sewer. But you head down.
Stop
and then...
giving Penny bad smells.
Eventually, Grail and Callista will join, but you all kind of sit down. Anything you guys want to chat with each other about before Callista and Grail join you?
Damien, as you guys enter, he lifts his what looks like a health potion in a nod, like, hey, welcome, okay. Like, and he's drinking that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You remember that?
That's out of character, sorry.
Sorry. Suspicious.
Suspicious.
So we're in like the same tavern as
Yeah.
before?
Mhm.
Did we drop off?
What's his
Where's
face
the
is
chest?
inside.
Yes.
Yeah, what's his face in the
Sorry.
chest, which is currently in Damien's room, and Rockfist is just standing there, cleaning some cups, staring at you guys. You guys are like his main customers at this point.
That's kind of depressing.
It says something about the lifespan of his average clientele. We've been here a day.
Hey, times are hard. I am curious, did he notice that I fixed a bunch of the furniture in the guest rooms yet?
Have you asked?
No. I'm just
you
curious
have no idea.
like... Yeah, there we go.
He's just standing there
Hasn't
watching
mentioned
you
it, at
guys, slowly cleaning a glass.
Can I go ask him if I can use the kitchen?
Sure, yeah. You walk up and he's just like, if you can get past the gnome, she seems to like you.
Okay, yeah. And I'll go over. It's a door to the kitchen, right? So I'll knock on it.
It's a regular sized
And-
door with a set of mini doors at the base of it.
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought.
One set for him, one set for her. You knock on it, you see like the tiny doors at the bottom just kind of like open up. It's like 3-foot doors, but they're relatively small. And she like peeks her head through and she's like, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I come in? Can I you can make whatever I make if you like follow along. Like I just,
Yeah, sure. I like your teaching. I like your cooking. I will make your shit. Always good to add to my recipes. And she like jumps up and like punches something behind the door, and the door like slowly opens up.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And Penny will go in.
Cool. So you're in the kitchen for a while, just kind of making some foods and stuff, or just Damien and Mel or sing down at the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if this probably would take a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what everyone else is doing while I'm making stuff.
By the time
Damien
he's
is just
managed to get-
awkwardly like, I know I'm gonna have to do some explaining soon. The elephant in the room.
Just like Mel's just sitting there like a practice fucking interrogator, just like, yeah, I'm gonna sweat you out.
No, Damien's friend? Question mark.
Yeah, it's so weird. I mean, he said he was a vampire, but you've seen him in sunlight, and you've seen him eat food.
Yeah.
So strange. He did flinch really bad when you did Radiant.
To be fair, she didn't see that, so she doesn't know.
That's fair.
That's true. Yeah.
But Greel would know that.
Dude, the two of you say anything in the next probably 5 minutes before Grail arrives.
It's just a quiet, awkward table while we're waiting.
Mel's content. She pulls out like a small bag of candy and chews on one, and then it vanishes back into like the folds of her dress, and she doesn't say anything else.
Right. I love the idea that Damon's just saying like sweating, and the other two are just like, "This is a nice day."
My grand old time.
All right. Well, 5 very awkward moments for Damien passes, or Ortis and Mel just having a lovely, lovely dinner. Well, they haven't actually got any food yet, so a lovely snack,
Dinner,
candy.
and
And
waiting.
eventually Grail
beautiful
comes
plan.
down.
Yeah, Grail's just gonna come down after actually managing to get that shower done.
Mhm.
The bath. Obviously, more time was actually spent getting all of the armor off, and it was spent actually in the bath. But he is now finally clean.
Is he still wearing the armor?
He's put the armor back on. Yes.
Damn. Okay.
I love my
Who've ever
mental
seen him without the
picture.
armor?
My mental picture of Grail is just that scene from The Witcher 3. It's just every time Grail takes a bath, that's what he looks like for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
As crazy as it sounds, I never considered what he looks like under the armor. The armor is almost like his skin in a way. I don't know about you guys, but I
The
don't
armor
always...
stays on in bed.
Now I'm literally picturing Grail as Henry Cavill now. Thanks for bringing that up.
Great. Awesome.
Great.
Who's going to
Henry
attempt to spy
Cavill
on
in
him in bed
badass
to see if
spike
the
armor.
armor
I wanna
does
see
stay
that.
on in bed.
Sorry, what did you say, Grail?
I was going to say, who is now going to attempt to spy on him in bed to see if he does actually wear the armor to sleep?
Oh, Glyster, I'm sure.
Can I do our obligatory gaydar check
On who?
on Grail to see if he's hot? Like, do I get the impression that he's a hot guy under that armor?
Wait, was I in the room when
he's hot?
Grail took off his armor once?
I feel like this is no longer a gaydar and more a general just vibe check dar.
It is.
Feel free to do an insight on that. And no, Penny, but Orchis was, but he was blackout drunk.
But didn't I go in there?
Just a normal roll.
Oh yeah, you did. You did open up the door while he was trying to change. Yeah.
That's how I got recruited.
Yeah. You would have seen him without like his pauldrons.
And he's like got the deep lore on all the party members.
Yeah, he has like a chainmail. He has like a
knows
chainmail like chest plate on with like small pauldrons and shit.
All right, I got an 11.
Fully
Yeah, it's worth
average.
noting that I don't have
No.
I don't have the cool black spiky armor yet, as I am currently just wearing chainmail. But
Yeah, he has
Is
like
he hot?
chainmail
Like,
what's an
outfit,
11
tiny
tell us?
pauldrons. You have a little bit of metal, like covering some of the more important bits, like small pauldrons, small like elbow bits, and like small gauntlets and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's just all chainmail. Hides your form decently well, but you have so many rippling muscles that it's hard not to hide it. Or hard to hide it. You know what I mean. But yeah, you come down, you see Damien like just sweating at this point. Ortrus and Mel just having a chill time. Probably like some kind of small talk between them. Or complete silence if you guys want.
Or you can hear from the kitchen Penelope like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You just like smash them up a bit and then yeah.
I don't want to know what she's making. I'll wait until it comes out. So now that everyone's here,
Calista isn't there.
Enjoy
now
the
that everybody
silence
is
while you
here,
have it.
everybody is
now
here.
that
We have
most
an
everyone's
importance-
here.
have something important to discuss. What are we ordering for
Yes.
dinner?
I think Penny has that under lock and key. No, I was thinking we should probably discuss what we're going to do about the lordship.
Well, we don't.
I
have
love how
much of
everybody
choice
has a different
but to-
idea on the important thing we must discuss.
I will have to be right back, so you guys talk amongst yourselves since I'm not super needed right now, but my mother needs help with something, so
Okay.
y'all role play. I'll be listening.
Okay, cool.
Something to discuss. Are we discussing the
Temple.
Black Goop, the Necromancer, the Sun,
And
the
Callista will
Lordship,
be down in like
the
give or take 5 minutes
vampirism
in
of a
character,
party
so
member?
take that in mind.
or dinner? All equally important, all just as pressing as each other to the immediate well-being of our party.
And Grill wants food. more than any of that.
That is why dinner was included. Yes, that is.
He needs his protein.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right, so we need to address
And Damien
the
needs
elephant
iron.
in the room. That being, of course, the son we have locked up in the box upstairs. Now,
Well, I
obviously,
suppose we have.
Sorry,
Go
what
on.
were you saying? No, you. After you.
I was gonna say we really don't have many other options than to return him to the family. Probably sometime tomorrow.
No, I agree, but he is. Oh, so he's undead, right? So, like, do we return him? Do we kill him beforehand?
Question: did we confirm that he was undead? Because I know we discussed this last time, but I
His
feel like we
heart's
never
okay.
actually.
He's moving around,
We
but his
did not
heart's not
confirm it,
beating.
actually.
He
We did not get that
Sin didn't-
confirmation.
Sin didn't confirm it, but he is moving around without a heartbeat. Like, he's definitely undead.
Yeah. All right. It is probably close enough to confirmation.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so unfortunate
unlikely
news.
event that he is able to. Oh.
Aye. And he is, to the best of y'all's knowledge, undead. Some form of it, at least. But unfortunate news. So apparently my brother's property is, at least to the best of what they're being told, unkempt. So they are being threatened to be evicted. So I gotta go over and clean up their property with them, with my mother, to make sure my brothers don't get evicted, which will probably take quite a long time because we have to drive over there. So I will sadly have to stop streaming today. Sadly.
All right, well, we'll pick up tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was planning on doing a repo stream afterwards if anyone would like to play repo modded with me.
Yeah. But yeah, I do apologize for the very short stream today. was hoping for more D&D times, but that's okay.
I hope all is all right with you, with your brother. So
yeah, it should be.
Let us know if you need anything.
It should be fine. I just gotta clean up like yard work and other shit like that. So it's just more annoying than it is threatening or anything like that. Their owners, or not owners, but their land folks are just kind of a dick. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it was extremely short, only less than an hour, but that's okay. We'll try to do we'll try to figure out something to do to make up for it, but we'll see. Sorry for the oops. I will go to my end screen here, which if you guys have not seen it before, please go check out the lovely and wonderful Story Estrie. She's an absolute sweetheart and made this. And go check out all the other players that we have here, if you guys have not already, because again, they are amazing. I appreciate all of you guys, even with the sad loss of time. That's okay. We'll do something neat next week. We'll have you guys actually be able to talk about Damien's vampirism. Fucking Damien saying this entire time being like, I really wanna. But that's okay. We'll move you guys over to someone here. I appreciate you, Azario. But we'll move over to somebody. I don't know who we'll move over to, but actually, speaking of Repo, since you'll be streaming in just a second, Bunny, either go
offline chat raise.
That is. Either go follow Bunny, go check out her content, or we're going to pop you guys over to my friend Serenity, who is currently playing Repo. So if you guys want to check out any of the Repo content, we're going to be doing another Repo game as well next Thursday. So that's going to be cool as well. Not entirely sure all the people who will be playing it just yet, but I'll let you guys know as I know. But in the meantime, feel free to copy the raid message if you guys like. Feel free to come back next week Saturday at 6 p.m. PST for some D&D, where hopefully I will not be brutally pulled away. And won't get to play.
My alarm will be correct.
And your alarm will be correct. You will not miss anything. Yes, indeed. We'll throw
I will
some
endeavor
sweet
not
stuff for
to
you.
play Path of Exile until 5 a.m. next week.
Yeah, it's usually a good plan to have a good sleep.
Should we take bets now? Should we take bets now?
Man, it's a good thing we had this session 0, so we're prepared for next time.
I know, right? All right. So if you guys are interested, feel free to check them out. Feel free to check everyone out. And we'll see all of you fine folks next week, Saturday at 6 p.m. PST. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.